Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another live stream of Re-Ed from Games to Tea, where I'm joined by, at this present moment, 3, but soon to be 4, wonderful friends of mine to play some Dungeons & Dragons in this homebrew world of Manantar, which just is something that I have now just existing in the back of my head, as... well, I was about to say as experienced by other people, because yeah, I played a character from my own world. It's just something that now lives in my head. It's very annoying, but there we go. Anyways, I'm going to shut up now and talk about some announcements, because those are the things I have to do at these start of streams. First of those is that I'm an affiliate with Fantasy Grounds and DnD. So if you would like to support the stream by heading to Fantasy Grounds using the links that's going to be appearing in a moment in the chat, to go to Fantasy Grounds to get all your bits and pieces for running your games on Fantasy Grounds. That is our virtual tabletop of choice. Or if you would like your Dungeons and Dragons inspired flavored teas, they are absolutely fucking delicious. I highly recommend them. You can do so by clicking those links, and that'll be a way to support the channel. It does not cost you anything extra, but these two companies do like to say thank you to me for shouting out their stuff all the time, because you know, good stuff, good shit, you know. Go click the links. Do the thing. There is music going on in the background. That music has been provided to us by Servantscape.com, tabletaudio.com, Festin Studios, Alexander Nakrana for Subsale Studios, and Travis Savoy from RPG Music Maker. These folks are awesome, because without folks like these, we would not have... my brain went straight to a joke about anemones. I don't know why, but there we go. It just did. It just did. But anyways, yes, without folks like these, we wouldn't have music that we would have for ours as our sort of ambience music for the game, and to create, you know, just a sphere, a sound sphere. So yeah, these guys are awesome. Thank you to them. There is also a YouTube channel. That is a thing that I have. YouTube channel, youtube.com. Oh wow, youtube.com/@games_and_t. Where you can catch up on all the various different things that I have done on this channel. I've done a lot. Go do the thing. It's there. Subscribe. All that bullshit that I have to say. And if you're watching this on YouTube, YouTube in the future, hi from the past. I hope the future is more entertaining than it is right now. There's that. What else do I need to talk about? Oh yeah, the thing I hate talking about, which I genuinely don't. Like talking about it as well. If you'd like to support the channel in a more monetary fashion, you can do so by clicking the donations link somewhere underneath this thing that you're watching. There are some suggested tip amounts for this game in particular, where you can actually influence the game in various different ways by, you know, throwing some inspiration around, or some rerolls, or granting health potions, or even you and I could work together to create a magic item, which has happened a few times. So. And that'll then just appear somehow, somewhere in the game, where one of our players may or may not just receive it and go, "Oh, that's fun! I'm going to start using that." So yeah, that's what you can do. I'm going to shut up now about those announcements, and I'm going to be taking over of the character introductions for the moment. You can notice that we have a grayed out. We have a grayed out Ferric, that's because River is not able to join us today. Do wish them well. I think they're busy helping out moving house, I think, from what I remember.
They're on vacation.
They're on vacation. That's what they're doing. They're enjoying holidays. So yeah, have fun, mate. We wish you were here, but, you know, having vacation is also an awesome thing as well. Ferric has recently just joined our group. They are a gnoll with some warlock powers. And that's it. Nothing else. Nothing strange. Nothing unusual about some sort of sea goddess telling them to go and free them from whatever prison that they're trapped in. Nothing unusual at all. No, it's all perfectly fine. That's Ferric. We are going to be presently joined by Ruben, who runs Atlas. Atlas is our entertainer, our strongman, our big man with a big fucking heart, and somehow he's keeping everybody else moral except for one person. That's Atlas for you. The one person who's not being kept moral is Tefari, run by Jeff from Twitch fame Alhandrin. Tefari is our noble wizard with a definite, very, very dark streak. And owing by the messages that I have received from him recently about a certain thing, he's extremely dark. But we'll see how that goes out. Sykes is Perfectly normal. Sykes is run by Neil from Immersion Diversion. Sykes is our elf ranger, not turning into a wraith. No, not at all. Nothing weird about there. Janai is run by that one Lydia. She is our big-hearted, fights first and stops drinking. That's Janai I'm talking about, not Lydia. Just making that distinction. But Shania is our big heart. Definitely is being kept moral. I think she's the one that's mostly being kept moral by Atlas. We'll see what's up. We'll see more about that later. Let's get into the game today, where our heroes have recently departed from Pretty Penguin, Tifari's hometown. They have departed this place because Tifari made a deal with his brother Abhay to go and retrieve Abhay's family, his wife and daughter. To do that, they have to travel to Maharastra, where they are going to, hopefully, fingers crossed, enter through a teleportation circle to head to Bunabral. Before heading there, though, there was a big heart-to-heart with Janai and Tifari. Sykes went off and calmed Nephane down after Nephane had struggled to bring whatever this great contraption was that she's now possibly regretting making, but and was told, would it be good if you could make smaller one of those? And she basically went, yes, but please can I have a bit of a break? That was that. Oh, yes. And then we had Janai. Was it only Janai that had a chat with a certain tabaxi in a prison? It was only just Janai. I thought so. Had a chat with a certain tabaxi in a prison who had recently, apparently, broken his oath. He is a paladin, and his oath has been broken, and he is now very upset. And Janai told him, have a think about possibly doing something else except being a pawn or an oath sworn person to whatever this empire is. Our heroes now find themselves, once I've got Ruben as Atlas in the action, give me a moment, now find themselves after a little bit of a break. Bing, there's a room. After a little bit of a break, being hidden by an illusionary rock, which I believe Sykes created, a giant illusionary rock, with Janai having turned, using her disguise kit, I believe turned Tifari Atlas herself, and correct me if I'm wrong, also Sykes and Ferric into Tabaxi.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I thought.
Correct.
Abhay is not looking like a tabaxi because the agreement was that he would be walking with you all in your tabaxi disguises out into Maharastra and hopefully getting towards the brain teleportation circle within Maharastra. So let me just switch over to the right music. There we go. Before you head out and head towards the outer walls of Maharastra, are there any conversations that you would like to have?
Yes. Just before departing, Tafari would like to say something, so unless anyone else has anything they would like to say before that. Apparently no. Tafari will go up to everyone and tell everyone that, okay, well, I've just had a bit of a heart-to-heart chat with Janae. And, well, there's probably a thing I should show you guys. I can describe it and tell it, but that probably won't make any sense to anyone whatsoever. So if we can cause a little havoc in Maharashtra and we have some time, I mean, the first priority will, of course, be getting Abhay's family out. But Yeah, there's kind of something I need to show you guys in the poor quarter of Maharashtra. And it has to do with me being open and honest with you guys, so just...
Can you open an honest safari?
Yeah, I'm trying a new thing.
Okay. Yeah, like Alice said, what is it?
It's much more difficult, but also much easier if I show you.
Oh, and you want to show us when we're there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it big?
It's medium size.
So it's a creature of some sort.
It's not... Well, there are creatures, but it's not a creature.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably wait until the chaos starts. And if there's no chaos, then you could show us after too. But yes, if there's chaos
that's
to be
gonna be
had,
so much easier.
yeah. Okay. Uh-oh.
Abhay is also looking at you with this very quizzical, slightly worried expression on his face.
I'll still shuffle over to Janae and whisper, What is it? What is he talking about?
Beats me.
Can I... This is going to be a different type of insight check. Can I try to insight Tafari to tell whether it sounds good or bad? Instead of if he's lying or not?
So are you trying to get a vibe? Are you using
a
insight
vibe
to do
check from Tafari? Yeah.
Vibe check. Yeah.
Check into
Basically. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You could do it. You could do a an insight on this. Let's put the DC at 12. Oh fuck you!
Okay.
18. Fine. So.
Tafari will not do anything to counteract it or whatsoever.
No, I mean this is not really an opposed thing. So what is the kind of vibe Tafari is giving off in regard to this?
I've never done this. This is weird. Kind of cool.
Well, for Tafari, it's comforting. For everyone else of the Scarlet Guard and any who are present, such as Abhay, it is also probably slightly worrying and, yeah, somewhat scary. You've never seen him be this open and honest about things.
I'm just... Sykes just goes, huh. Uh-oh. That's all he says. Alright.
With that, Abhay, with the slightly worried look on his face and wondering, well, that's okay. Just looking at the rest of you, just being very open and honest here. My brother and I are slightly estranged, so I have no idea what he's talking about. Just to make this very, very clear, straight up front, I do not know what he's talking about. I spent the most of my life trying to stay alive in this empire.
Yeah. I understand. We don't know what he's talking about either, but we'll figure it out. And then we'll deal with it when it comes.
Great, that makes me feel so much better. Shall we go?
Don't worry, we will be getting your family. But whatever happens, I think it might come after that. That's what it sounds like.
In passing, I'll put an arm on Abhay's shoulder and go, hey man, this is what it's like living with the party. There's just surprises everywhere.
It's just
he kind of tenses up when you put a hand on his shoulder.
Tuesday morning.
Regular Tuesday for Tafari, yeah. He kind of tenses up when you put you want to put your hand on his shoulder, wondering what you're about to do, but then realizes you're just talking to him. Oh, okay.
There's those mild undertones of intimidation when I talk to Abhay.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always that. You'll never will fully trust him.
Ah, that doesn't make sense.
Heading now further south, you mount up for that brief ride towards the outskirts of Maharastra. The first sight that greets you all as you are approaching is this very, very large, extremely tall sandstone wall, which clearly was built with great craftsmanship and great effort for defense against many of the creatures of the desert, as well as also the desert elements. However, the great massive hole that you spy on one side along the wall to the left, and the various different very large cracks and crevices that have appeared on this large sandstone wall are a very, very strong indication that this wall has not been maintained in a very, very long time. There is indeed a gate. The gate is wide open. As you approach, it is unguarded. No guards stand here. Nobody steps forwards to stop you or greet you as you enter through these large gates. As you enter through these large gates, you can also see that these gates are dry and falling apart from the elements. Walking through this large open space, you find in front of you first this wide open expanse of what at one time was fields of grain, fields of pasture, fields that would provide food for the city that you can see ahead of you. But these fields do not look like they've been tended. In actual fact, they look as though they have definitely been handed over to nature. Cacti and a few palm trees and a few larger desert-like flora and fauna now wander and keep this area as home. Whatever these fields once held no longer gets worked here. Ahead of you, you see this large, once grand-looking city. But there is this immediate imposing structure that you can see that dominates your eye line. And it is this 2 to 3 story large wall, built of sandstone, but very clearly extremely well made and extremely well constructed. And it dominates the entire cityscape. Continuing onwards through these fields. Did you want to say something?
No, I'm just...
Continuing onwards through these now fallow and barren fields, you do not meet anybody, so you eventually reach the outskirts of the city. Just before entering the city, Abhay halts your group, turns. You will see much that is wrong, and many poor folk here. Some may even reach out to you. Don't react. Don't respond to them. You are, right now, Shadow Assassins. You are Shadow Tabaxi. You are the elite. You do not respond to them. If you do, that will be breaking your character. But if you do respond to punish, or take a hand, or kill. Whatever you deem necessary to show that you are in charge and you are above those who would reach out to you. If you do anything else, that will or may break your cover, or just if you do try to help, just at least cover it up somehow.
Okay.
Also, you are Tabaxi right now. And you are about to enter a city which is being run by Tabaxi. Which means that right now, you are above me.
Ooh.
I am a human, you are Tabaxi, you are superior.
Okay.
Alright, gotcha.
Even though I am currently leading you right now, just because I'm walking ahead of you, you are still superior to me. It's only because I am somewhat associated with you and currently walking with you, that I will have some protection.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
Okay.
I walk over to Atlas, and I
Mhm.
just sort of squeeze his arm a little bit, like, if you cannot, I will for you. When punishment needs to be dealt, I wouldn't have you do that.
Let's try to avoid that in the first place, but
Yes.
thanks. Yeah, let's try and stay here as short as possible. Safari is what you wanted to show us close.
It's in the poor quarter. If I remember correctly, it should be close to the temple quarter where we need to be.
All right. You want to head down there first before we make all hell break loose?
I would suggest that we let all hell break loose first. I mean, Abbay's family comes first.
Mhm.
All right.
Thank you, brother. Here he goes. As he turns, dismounts from his horse and suggests that you all do the same. Begins to walk into the city. The outskirts of the city are... how best to describe this? Dilapidation, abandonment, and ruin are the three words that would describe this area. Many of the buildings were once extremely well built, extremely well designed to last and stay standing for decades and decades and decades, designed to keep one safe from the heat, safe from the weather and the elements. Whitewashed walls would reflect the heat back and keep the inside cool, with small little domes on top to allow for cooling air to be brought in from the outside and hot air to be dispersed out the top. Except these buildings which you walk past very clearly are falling over, broken. Walls are collapsed, have holes in, have spaces which other creatures, and other creatures being hawks, rats, mice, cats, dogs, stray goats, have decided to make their homes here. Nobody lives here, at least not at the moment. Those of you with a fairly high passive perception would still hear the scrabbling of feet of somebody desperately trying to hide or keep themselves out of sight. But for the moment you don't see much. But very quickly this area of abandonment soon begins to show a little bit more of humanoid life. As you walk down the streets, you see a ragged clothed individual, thin arms and legs sprawled out, trying to release as much heat or try and stay as cool as possible beside the side of the road. You see this is a human. It's not a tabaxi, human. Their clothing is dirty, ripped, torn, but they are just spread-eagled and look very emaciated. As you walk by, the scuffing of your feet alerts this person to the sound. Leans forward, looks at you, and just watches you glazed-eyed, almost dead inside as you walk past. The streets do begin to, however, get a bit more busy. More people start to move around. You start to see more individuals, all of whom are still ragged, clothing not as neat and tidy as you have seen so far. Most of those that are poor in some way are either human, dwarf, or elf. Occasionally, you do also see a tabaxi now and then, also in very, very poor clothing. However, there is a very clear hierarchy amongst the poor here. Those on top are the tabaxi. The buildings begin to get more looked after, more solid, more constructed. Clearly still some repair needed, but at least now no longer complete abandonment. Places where you can actually sleep, where you can actually live, or at least put your head down and hope that you awake the following morning without having died from the cold. As you walk down the street is fairly empty right now. But just ahead you see a crossroads. In the far corner of crossroads you see a stall, which from here looks like it's selling baked goods. Baked goods within a poor area. And I suppose this is the most surprising thing. The woman behind it is a human. But the main thing that takes your sight as you are walking towards this crossroad is a small commotion. You see two individuals in monk's clothing of a... let me just quickly check my notes here. Yes. Where are you? Damn it. Nope, can't find it. Doesn't matter. In a light blue... We're going to say the light blue clothing. Designed to, reflect a certain station that these have within whichever order that these monks are from, or whichever belief these monks have. And they are right now punching down or pushing to the ground a beggar, another tabaxi, a tabaxi with what looks to be ginger-like fur, almost a tabby cat-like colouring to their face and arms and hands, being pushed to the ground. Their clothing is ragged and torn and worn, but was once grand in one way. It was once this beautiful robes, beautiful white robes, but they is now dirty and grey and torn like all the other beggars around here. They are pushed to the ground by these monks. These monks begin to kick and punch this individual, yelling at them in, well, language that you would not know. Eventually they leave this individual. One of the monks gives him one last kick to the belly of this poor folk as they laugh and start to walk towards the vendor. And they start yelling and shouting. This tabaxi on the ground groans for a moment. You're fairly close now. He rolls over, coughs slightly. Looks up and then sees your group. Seems to scuttle on his knees towards you, hands out. Any help? Just coin. Food. Food, please. Just coin. As he's scuttling towards you, hands out. Begging. On his hands and knees towards you. Quick question. I need passive perception from Sykes and Janai.
Oh, passive?
Yes, please.
17.
17. What was that, Janai? I think you're saying 14.
Sorry, the cat was screaming. 14.
14. I thought so.
The tabaxi was screaming?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you see this too. The reason why I asked for both of you is because I know that you both have at least above a 12. You notice immediately that this tabaxi has no tail. Or at least doesn't appear to have a tail right now. What do you all do? Do you simply walk by? Do you give them arms? Do you punish? What do you do?
I'll
walk by.
exchange looks with other people.
Sax continues to walk by. Abhay is continuing to walk.
I'll stand before him and say, Don't speak to us. Leave us alone. No. Want to lean over intimidatingly, but also want to sneakily try and hand him a coin.
Okay. Then I need you to roll me a deception check, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you advantage on this because you're using your strength for this.
Oh my god!
Holy
Yes!
shit!
That was the first roll, but
That was the first roll. You don't need to roll that one. Okay. Now roll me a sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
Okay.
law of averages and whatnot.
Yeah.
yeah,
no,
rerolls and
averages.
stuff.
Okay.
If you want.
So you lean over, your physical presence being what it is. You lean over, and this individual is on their knees, hands out towards you, appealing to you. You have this physical structure, and you basically dominate this person's space. And don't talk to us. Don't leave us be. Leave us alone. While literally in the fucking open, handing them a coin into their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Tefari, what have you done?
Well, Tafari will do the smart thing and follow Abhay and just keep walking and just nudge Atlas a bit. Like, come on, dude, come on. Keep moving, keep
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, as soon as I hand him the coin, I'll follow.
Okay. Well, there's one thing I do have to mention first. Because Tefari, Sykes, and Abhay have all just not happening, just continue walking. You all have seen the two monks that went over to the vendor and were basically trying to rough the vendor up for some free food because Tabaxi's superiority over a human. They have caught sight of what Atlas is doing, and are just watching. Janai, what have you been doing?
I've been waiting for him to do something stupid, so that I can step in and cause a ruckus.
Well, Atlas has literally just handed a coin to this individual.
Yeah.
And it was unfortunately very obvious. Like, you saw it.
I'll let out a low and mirthless laugh and say, "Cursed coin, good one," and I'll kick him. I'll kick the one on the ground.
Sure. He grunts with pain and collapses to the ground. You almost hear him mumble, "Not the first time I've been done that." He looks into his hand. What did you give him?
I'll say I would have given him a gold.
Jeez.
He opens his hand.
That's plenty.
Was definitely worth it. I don't know who you are, but find the vagrant priest. He rolls over onto his hands and elbows and begins to sort of crawl away from you, clutching this gold, which he never expected to get.
All right. I'll try and play it off like I didn't hear anything, but I've definitely made a note of that.
The two monks. I did write some notes in regards to this, but that wasn't quite what I was expecting, so I just have to quickly think about this. The two monks were watching the interaction, and unfortunately, you were really fucking obvious with the hand open. They didn't see the coin, as in they didn't see the value of the coin. They just saw you hand them a coin, and one of them yells out to you in a language you don't speak.
I'll try and make my way a bit faster towards somebody that does speak this language, hopefully.
Abhay is nearby,
And
as you walk quickly, Abhay looks over at the monks, looks back, then yells back towards this individual. Tefari, you recognize immediately what he's saying. He's actually now speaking Bunabralian, he's not speaking Tabaxi. So he yells back, don't worry, it's just something that one of my companions wish to do. And the Tabaxi yells. The Tabaxi starts walking up to Abhay. In that way, in that sort of walk of, I am superior to you in every single way possible, so I'm just going to walk up to you. Walks right up to Abhay and says, "I don't care what you want to say. What did he just do? Why?" Abhay quickly says, "It's okay. I am here because we are here. I am with my fellow monks," and the Tabaxi immediately says, "Yeah, what monks? I don't know these people. This is not a robe that I recognize. Who are you? What do you do?"
you better not find out.
They're still speaking Bunabralian, so you don't actually know what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Tefari is the only other person.
Was it good
Tefari will step in and tell him that we've been sent by the... Oh god, what was his name again? The honcho who leads the paladins here? Fuck, I don't remember.
I'm not gonna tell you.
But I don't know. Abhay did say it, but
He did.
of course I can't remember. History check to remember?
I will allow a history check to see if you can try and remember. Yes.
25.
Nice.
25. Okay, fine. That's not really surprising because Tefari is an intelligent arsehole.
Yes.
Let me just quickly go to quickly go to my notes. Now, where did I put that name?
I don't know.
I have to try and find the name now.
We can call him Steve.
No, we are not calling him Steve. He is a Crusader General. Battle.
Steve the Crusader General.
Yeah, make perfect sense to me.
Steven.
Well, the thing is, I'm not sure if I wrote. Oh no, I know I
Stefan.
did. I wrote it. I actually physically wrote it down. That's why I can't find it in my normal notes.
We can call him Johnny.
No.
No.
Wait a minute. As I said, I have to try and find
Fiefin.
the actual place I wrote the damn notes because they're scattered all over the fucking place. Does
Jimmy?
come from interesting. No, that's interesting. Very no. Shut up. Shut up. It's spoiling my
Simon,
thing.
that's a good one, TK.
Shut up.
At least whenever he gives an order, he can say Simon says.
Yeah, very true. But no, he's not.
Aw.
Here we go. Found him. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna laugh so
yes,
much when he's actually called Steve.
It's not. It's
Le Crusade Steve? Le.
Crusade General Rameshwari Gulati.
Oh, him. Ramesh.
Rameshwara Gulati.
Ramash Goulash, okay.
So I will write that down in the.
That's probably a good idea.
Holy crap, that's not easy. No, it's not.
No.
But he is the Crusader General, which you would know. You do remember that title as well. And just because you rolled a fucking 25, Tefari, yes, you do absolutely recall the entire name of Crusader General Rameshwari Gulati.
I will tell the two dicks that we are under orders from Crusader General Rameshwari Galati himself, and we just returned. And my companion gave him a false coin, just because he wanted to play it out for laughs.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh no, persuasion is fine.
Deception, no.
You can use your hero point for a +3 if you need it.
You can use the thing for a +3 if you wish. You can use your inspiration for a +3 if you wish.
Or a reroll.
Or a reroll.
I'll use the inspiration.
Or what?
For the +3.
For +3, making it 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes. So for Jeff and Ruben, last time I said +5. I'm reducing it to a +3 because +5 was really too much.
I agree.
But you can,
Sure.
yeah, but you can use your inspiration if you wish also as an additional +3 to a roll, including the other benefit of basically making it a advantage roll.
Reroll.
Yeah. All right, so making it 15. All right. The DC wasn't high because you were using the full title of the Crusader, and they are aware of who that is. This monk looks at you. I don't want to deal with the Crusader General. Fine. But that was odd. And you are strange. I don't recognize your garb.
Well,
Got
I
my
also
eye
don't
on you.
recognize your garb, but I don't care. So be on your way.
This is a question of the GM. Aren't we using the same garb that the Shadow Assassins were wearing?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Oh.
Thank you, thank you, TK. So, Tifara, you now have a reroll.
Yay! I'll forget it, but yay.
Lydia's got one now too.
And also, Janai's getting a reroll.
Yay! I will remember. Yay!
There you go.
Show off.
I like that one's for Tafari and one's just for me as a person, not the
Yes,
character.
just for Lydia as a person.
Just
For
in life.
in and out of game.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You continue down the street after this little interaction. The when I get 5k more, I'll give it to 6. Yay, that'll be fun.
Oh, big you.
Also, thank you very much, DK, for those channel bits. It's very, very kind of you.
Oh yeah.
You continue down the streets, and Sykes, because you are alert, this individual that was throwing their weight around. Thank you, White Snow Isle. That's very kind.
Oh.
Thank you.
Not Sykes. Just Atlas.
Since you have a high passive perception, this individual that was throwing his weight around and trying to what's the word? Show his superiority over Abhay and before Tefari stepping in his tabaxi form. He is following you. He's following your group from a distance, but he's still following you.
How far away from us is he?
About 20 feet. 25
Amazing. I'm sorry. Does Sykes tell everyone else? By the way, just like the bump and.
Or do you keep it secret?
Because I don't see it, of course. I'm an idiot.
Oh. Oh no! Ah, there we go. It's like we're having a freezing Sykes.
Oh yeah.
My internet's being
On and off.
dumb.
Yeah.
Wrong character.
I think I would like whisper it, or I guess I could do minor illusion, or no, not minor. What would it be? I guess it's technically minor illusion would work. That's the one that does like, it's like a whisper, right?
Yeah, you can. Are you looking to make a sound?
Yeah, I will.
Minor illusion. Will do that,
Okay, so I guess I will minor illusion just to kind of whisper into. I will do Abhay's ear, at least, and just say, trailed. Just because I assume minor illusion can't be a long message or whatever. Because
yeah.
because I don't actually have message.
You're not sending a message. You're creating a sound.
Yeah.
And the sound is.
So I'm just creating a sound that sounds like trailed.
Sure. All right.
So that at least he knows that we're being trailed, and then.
Fuck! I just remembered.
I'm going to do a silent illusion, a silent image of myself on top of me, like walking with me, like at the same time. If you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to create an illusion of myself on me, and then I'm going to go invisible.
Oh, like, sorry. Yeah, okay. Superimposed over you.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
stacked.
No, yeah, because I literally
yeah.
had in my head you just like Sykes and then the minor illusion of Sykes is
Stacked.
above you walking.
Double
Oh
sound.
no.
Okay.
No,
so,
like a superimposed Sykes, cat Sykes on me.
right. The thing about minor illusion though is
No, this is silent image.
oh, silent
This
image.
is silent image. Yeah.
Let me just.
And I'm going to have it walk with the group when I go invisible. And then that way I'm going to... Basically what I'm trying to do is create a second version of me on top of myself, you know, so like... And then I want to go invisible so it looks like that I'm still there, traveling with the group.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go... And then I'm going to go and stand next to the...
I'm just quickly
Oh,
reading
yeah,
the,
sorry.
the thing, the spell of silent image, because concentration up to 10 minutes. Right. And invisibility is from what?
My ring?
From your ring. Okay. So, you want to do this
But
sneakily,
the ring...
right?
Yeah.
Roll me a
But
sleight
the
of
ring
hand.
isn't concentration.
I know, but silent image, unfortunately, is a concentration spell, and it is also a spell, which you would like to cast without others
true.
knowing it. So please roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. I mean, it's not horrible. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so
It's a good night.
it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Waving your hands in front of you, muttering under your breath, you cast the spell, and this image of you begins to walk. So technically,
I would say that it's obvious enough that the group can see, but what I'm trying to do.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Technically, the spell would take place within a 15-foot cube. So your character.
But I
would
can
walk
move
15
action,
foot,
move the cube.
but you can also still move
Okay.
it. Yeah, which is why I was reading the spell.
Yeah.
So you can still move the spell and make it look as though it's walking. And walking with you. What is your DC?
It is a... I think it's Silent Image has it. Yeah. It's a... Oh, spell DC. So yeah,
Intelligence check. Yeah. So it'll be intelligence check. So
Yeah, DC 15.
Well, didn't notice that. All right, fine. You cast the spell, and this image of you gets superimposed of you walking with you, and then you go invisible, activating your ring and making yourself invisible, and then do you step off to the side? What do you do now?
Yeah, I can't. So with my illusion moving with the group, I'll stay with the group, but I'm gonna basically move off to the side and keep an eye on this monk who's following us.
Roll me a stealth check with advantage, please.
Oops.
Yeah, from boys.
Ooh,
Ooh,
25.
thank goodness for that
25.
advantage.
Dang.
And you know what?
Mm.
+3. I'm gonna use my inspiration for the +3.
To make it a 20, to make it a 28. All right, sure.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to see me.
Okay.
We are also not going to notice.
No, nobody's gonna fucking notice.
Well, I mean, not. Yeah, you know, I don't want anyone like enemy-wise to see me, but yeah,
Nobody.
nobody.
Nobody will even fucking notice that you disappeared, and just wandered off to the side because footsteps are a thing and foot tracks are a thing, but you are as silent and as sneaky as a ghost. Nobody even knows you're moving. You step up to the side.
Right.
The rest of the group continues forwards. This individual continues to follow the group, about always engaging about 20 to 25 feet behind.
Okay, so I will stay with the monk. Also making sure I'm at least within, because the silent image is technically 60 feet,
Mm-hmm.
but since you said the monk's 20 feet away from the group, I will be with the monk, kind of following him.
Yeah.
Seeing if I can hear him say anything, but also assuming I can't, if he's always going to be speaking Bruno Brawl, but still making sure to see what his actions are doing, not more like what he's saying.
That's fair.
Yeah, but keeping the silent image going because I'm 20 feet behind. So
Sure.
Yeah.
And I see Tafari's gone off to deal with a cat or a dog or something, or a
Child.
small bundle of chaos. Not sure which yet. But Abhay does not tell anybody else. Just simply looks back after you sent the whisper to him. He looks back over his shoulder, sees it, and just shrugs. Sees the monk and just shrugs and carries on walking. As you all continue through this effectively main street through the center of the city here, the buildings get more solid. They begin to have that looked after look. You begin to see walls that are now actually whitewashed completely. Walls that a little bit of TLC and that'll be fine. Buildings that have roofs, thatched or tiled or stone. Places that look like they are not falling apart. And then there's a sound. And it's a very familiar sound to you all. It's the sound of a busy marketplace. Sound of people haggling over goods, haggling over prices and food and various other things like that. Let me just quickly find my soundscape. There we go. Come on. Oh, come on, so alright, fine. Soundscape's doing its thing. And there's that sort of weird comfort of knowing that there's actual life here. Maybe that's why the areas you've been traveling through have been so dead. It's because it's market day. And you eventually turn a corner and see just this spread of people and stalls in this area, in front of, well, you can't avoid it now. This huge 3-story sandstone wall in front of you. This three-story sandstone wall which spreads to the left and to the right around this central area of this city. Something which is designed for defense, designed for protection, keeping things out of any kind of nature. Keeping the... there should not be any birds around here right now. Shut up, birds.
He just killed all the birds in one go.
I just killed all the birds in one go. Yes.
Peacocks.
What kind of man that this man is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's just this massive sandstone wall, giant in its size, and almost they look like they've either been stuck on or are protruding out in a sort of blister-like fashion. These towers all around the wall that are designed to clearly see out over the city as far as anybody could see if you were up there. And they are literally that. They look like they've been stuck on to the outsides, protruding out over the city itself, on over the wall. The market is busy. There are many people here, tabaxi, elves, humans, dwarves, all intermingling. You can even see now there a gnome and a halfling just running between people's feet. And Sykes, you're the one that's sees this. The gnome is particularly small, and you notice as a hand, as this gnome runs past somebody, hand reaches up, grabs a pouch, tears it off, and continues running through the crowd. Something else that you will see, though, is the high presence of paladins. There are paladins beside every single stall here, on the outside, and occasionally just wandering through the crowds around here. This is a very high paladin presence, which you then realize is there's probably reason for the paladin presence because of the massive gate that this market is standing in front of. This massive gate obviously being the only single entrance from here, at least, into this giant stone wall. As you all approach this market, you also realize that there's really no way to avoid this area. You're gonna have to go through it. Abhay just continues walking and starts to shoulder and shove his way through. What do you all do? Do you continue to follow? Do you sneak around? What do you want to do?
I continue to sneakily follow.
Oh yeah, you're in the middle, of course.
I think it might just be all icy stairs. The kind that requires people to move instead of you.
Sure, absolutely fine. Atlas?
Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah, I'll just follow Abhay and try to keep people out of my space.
Okay. Tafari, you also do
You'll
the same?
have to... Oh, sorry.
I'm just quickly checking if there are any fun ways to get rid of this stalker we have.
Well, you're about to enter a very busy marketplace, so just simply walking through the marketplace would be a way to get rid of the stalker.
Yeah, I'll tell who's walking next to me. Like, who's my handler for today?
Who would you like to have walking next to you?
Depends on who my handler is today.
Take a pick.
Take your pick.
All right, I'll go with Sinead since we've bonded over our talk. And I will whisper to her that I'm gonna get rid of the monk. So, be right back. And I will just
subtle.
I will do my best. As I always do. And I will quickly try and stealth myself through the crowd.
All right, roll me a stealth check, please.
That's a 19.
Very nice.
And I will
I do, however...
just hide a bit and see if he's still following the group.
Sure, okay. I have a question now for all of you. And I need you to answer me truthfully.
Oh dear.
Or rather, there's two people I need to answer truthfully. Tifari and Atlas. Do you believe in a god?
Probably mouthful.
Does Tifari believe in a
Sleeps a
god?
bit.
I just send someone to the realm of the god of fear, so...
That's different from belief.
Yeah, it's in the same way you believe in a table. You know, it's there.
Yeah, you can send
But
it to be chipped, but do you
But
believe in the shipyard?
basically, what
I can catapult it to someone's face.
It's true. So basically, what I'm asking is, does Tifari pray to a god? Does Atlas pray to a god or gods?
Safari would, and currently he is very much trying to win favor. If there is such a person, which I'm trying to find out, and I'm totally not stalling for time while I'm looking it up. A god of
I
vengeance.
just need you to answer yes or no.
Vengeance is Ventulia.
Not as often as he should. It's
Ooh.
probably Atlas's answer. If he prays or not. Yeah.
That's an
That's
adequate
funny.
answer. Tifari, I need a yes or no from you.
That will be a yes.
All right. Is it regular?
It's not very regular. It's only when he really needs some vengeance to really
All
kick
right.
off.
All right, that gives me the answer I need. Cool, thank you.
And he's like, yes.
I need you both to roll me something. Just give me a moment. I just
Alright.
need to look something up. And there's a very specific reason for why you two are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell are you?
They get smited in the crowd. No,
Well,
You're
feel like
getting
you're being
to.
very
You guys are
anti-wizard
getting to experience one of the things that I never actually got to show you from my paladins.
Ooh.
Yay, I hope.
Hmm.
We'll see.
Maybe.
I need to try and find the stats a bit again because I can't remember what I did with them. Where the hell are they?
There is a god of vengeance.
There is, yeah.
yeah,
Ventulia.
yeah, I serve her.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm besties with her soon.
There you are.
Good luck, bitch.
Let's go. There'll be a sergeant around here. What's your DC? Here we go. All right. Please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Both Atlas and Tafari, because unfortunately you're not that faithful.
Oh.
It's not worth.
Oh.
Oh, why do I have a D4?
Why do you have a
of
D4?
That's a 24.
that? I don't know.
Let me just have a quick look at the combat.
They
stats
still
and see
bless
why.
on him.
Guess.
Yes, you do have. You still have bless on you. All right, I'll delete
Oh.
that.
Then that probably shouldn't. Then it's a 2.
That's
I
okay.
rolled a 3.
I'll delete
Jesus
that.
Christ. You fucking heretic.
So even the crowd is laughing.
Oh yeah, Laugh Mass isn't going to be there anymore. Okay, so you're 24. You.
Yep.
Get.
No.
As you all are progressing through... Yeah, he does believe in God, unfortunately. He does pray to him, unfortunately, very a lot. As you all are progressing through the marketplace... Actually, no, I do actually have to ask Sykes about this. How strong is your belief in...
Cannon?
Hainan, yes. I know Shania's belief is extremely strong, so I don't need to worry about her. But how strong is
It's
your
kind of like a half and half, a little more now, because I did have that vision from Kynan, I think. That was a vision from him. But yes, I don't pray to him often, but when I, when I don't hunt often either. So
yeah, you pray to him when you need his convenience. All right, so roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
21.
21. Good.
Good job.
Well done. The DC was 16, so it wasn't particularly high, but fairly high enough. As you were all proceeding through this marketplace, you all get this sense that you are being judged in some way. There is this oppressive feeling of something trying to sense the strength of your belief, the strength of your conviction to a god or gods of this world. And Shania, you feel this, and there's this instant almost relaxation as whatever this feeling is instantly knows, oh, you're fine, you're a cleric, you're good. Everybody else that feels that sense of judgment, and unfortunately, Atlas, you experience it more than anybody else. While you are in this aura... Sorry?
Oh shit, Atlas is checking if his palms are hairy.
Checking his palms. You look down, you see your palms are indeed hairy, because you're currently painted like a tabaxi. So yeah, they are hairy. But
now there's hair on your forehead.
Tefari and Sykes, you do sense that feeling, that oppressive. You are not worthy. You have not dedicated yourselves enough to your gods, your belief, your desire to be part of religion. You are not faithful. But your own inner strength shines through and realize that no, you don't need to have complete faith in a god. You can still believe without having to have that complete faith. So for the next 24 hours, if you ever ever feel that aura of divine will, as it's called, begin to impose upon you, you are resistant to it for the next 24 hours.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you still also feel that judgment, in that sense. You are not worthy. You are not faithful, and that does affect your ability to be protective of yourself. You feel almost this desire to get on your hands and knees and just to begin to pray and to release yourself from this divine sense of judgment brought upon you. While you are within this aura, and the aura is fairly large right now because there's a lot of these paladins around. While you're within this aura, you will suffer a -2 to your AC.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, well, Atlas will actually just briefly do so, fall to his knees and make whatever this world's equivalent of crossing himself is. If Sykes sees that, he probably recognizes it as some elven custom. Yeah. And before Atlas keeps himself together again, it's like, oh, fuck, right.
Why now?
Tries to dust off his clothes and pretend like nothing happened.
Sure.
But he doesn't really have any pep in his step.
The market is busy. The market is busy around here. It's not. And occasionally people just falling to their knees praying. appears to happen quite often, so nobody really bats an eyelid at this. Tefari, you want to be hidden?
Yes.
You are hidden. Or
Yes.
at least you feel that you are.
Yes. And
Same
I
for
would
you,
like to
Sykes.
keep an eye
Yeah.
on Mr. Monk.
I was gonna say, GM, that you should let me know when 10 minutes is up because I'll have to reapply silent image just to make sure the image doesn't break.
Oh, you've
But I'll
been
have
doing
to
that
go
all the
hide
time.
to do it.
No, you've been doing
but
all that.
it's like I'll have to hide to go cast it and re-invisible myself,
Ah,
which means I'll have to re-stealth.
okay. So because I dropped the ball on that, we'll say that you've been okay up until now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because I dropped the ball on that, we'll say that at the moment, because this is going to be fun, at the moment that you guys start to head through the gate, that'll be the time that the 10 minutes will go up.
Okay.
Because it's going to be
Are
fun.
we going through the gate now, or no? Or soon. Okay.
You are all currently now wandering, pushing away, and the market is slow going because there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here, and a lot of people around, just trying to buy food and whatever else. You notice that these stalls are selling all sorts of things. There's grain, there's fresh produce, there are vegetables, there's freshly baked bread, there's meats and dried meats and actual bags of grain all around the place, which people are buying. You also notice that every single person behind every single one of these stalls is a tabaxi. There's no humans, no elves, no dwarves, nobody of any other status apart from tabaxi behind these stalls. And you can hear that shout and chatting and talking, and a little bit of music here and there being played as various peoples do go about their business.
Can I ask? Are people generally speaking Bunabrow, or are they also speaking Common?
You can hear a mixture. You can hear a mixture. Since you're paying attention, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Is the monk still following us?
Yep. He's not giving up. He's not stopped following you.
Okay.
14.
Okay, that's fine. Because you're paying attention, you notice that the ones that when Bunabral is being spoken, it's always with a tabaxi. Always. And that goes for humans, elves, dwarves talking to tabaxi. It's always Bunabralian. When those of other species talk to each other, when it's not tabaxi, you hear common.
How crowded is the crowd?
Pretty crowded. You have literally arrived on market day.
Okay. I'd like to
There's another detail which I
try.
haven't thought about yet, but carry on.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna hide in a spot because I can at least try and track the group if things go awry. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it so the monk loses sight of them. And I think for a brief second I'm going to drop the silent image to immediately make another silent image, like to make it look like it's a lot more crowded. So the monk has to try and like avoid the illusions, but like might bump into someone else and like get stuck in the even more crowded crowd.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is your passive perception?
17.
17. Quickly, where did you write? Okay, cool. Sure, that's fine. You'll notice that Tefari is missing, and you can't see him.
Oh. Okay, I just say he's probably got another plan. And yeah, then I will drop I will try to hide behind a barrel of some sort, nearby where the monk is. But then, because obviously it'll drop when I cast silent image, so I'll cast silent image around by the monk, So like, but
I
like
will
they'll
say-
pop out from behind other
Well, I'll give you a choice here, Sykes. I'll give you a choice.
yeah. Okay.
You can either hide in an area that is fairly crowded, but because it's so crowded, you could quite easily just randomly reappear there and nobody will bat an eyelid.
Mhm.
Or you could try and hide in an area which is less crowded, and therefore
Actually,
also,
better
if you
idea.
did appear, you would need to make sure that nobody's looking your direction when you do appear.
Okay. And actually, better idea.
Okay.
Because I know since the illusion of myself will drop, and I see that Tavari's gone, there will just be 2 less people instead of 1 less person.
Mhm.
I think I will catch up back with the group, stand in my illusion again, and then I will do the silent image to make it look like it's more crowded.
All right.
I'm at least
better
with
idea.
the group.
That's a really good idea. So you can have your inspiration back for that. That's cool.
Yeah! Sweet!
I love that idea. So mark down your inspiration on your character sheet as well.
I already had that one. You took away the one that was.
Oh, all right.
On,
Well,
oh.
okay. So since you've got inspiration on your character sheet, you don't get one from.
Yeah.
You don't get.
I thought that. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought the one on stream and the one on Fantasy Grounds were different, but
Technically not, but I will.
Okay.
Since you actually had to, I'll still keep the one that's on here, and then just make sure that.
yeah, okay.
Make sure you have the same one. Damn it.
So
Okay.
I'll just take it off on screen and on
Yeah,
mine.
that's fine, fine, fine.
Yeah, next time. Sorry.
I'll sort it out.
Got it.
Okay. Safari.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to balance the time scales in this one in my head. It's very difficult. But let's go with you now. The party is beginning to get halfway through to 3/4 of the way through the crowd, and are beginning to approach the massive gateway that is Marketplace is in front of. This monk has sped up so that he can start to get through the now very busy crowds. Sykes, at that moment, you cast your spell to make the crowd even more busy. He doesn't notice and then ends up walking... Well, actually, no. You know what? I will... No, he wouldn't notice because he's paying too much attention. So he doesn't notice you. He doesn't notice that and ends up walking through one of the images before stopping, and then looking around and wondering what the hell's going on and how did it suddenly get so busy. Now he's actually going to roll with a +2. What is your DC, Sykes?
It's 15, I believe.
15. 13. All right, so he doesn't notice that it's not a fact an illusion.
Yes. That's a close one.
As he begins to sort of like wend his way through now an even more crowded market square. Tifari, what are you doing? You do also notice that the crowd suddenly that the marketplace has suddenly got even more busy.
Yeah, but I don't care about that. As soon as he passes me and I notice that he's distracted, because he's trying to
definitely
gauge
distracted.
up,
Yeah.
I will walk up to him sneakily, stealthily.
Okay.
And I will gently touch him, and I'm hoping that Sykes is gone at this point.
Oh yeah, I can't back up with
I whisper. I don't know that. Tafari doesn't know.
That's true.
Oh, true. Yeah, it was
And
invisible.
he
when I did it.
will gently whisper in the monk's ear, "You will become an offering to Varosak," and I cast Ye Old Plane Shift on him.
Well,
So I would like a
first roll me
Christmas
stealth with advantage because you're now moving through a very crowded marketplace and you were already stealthed up before. He didn't notice, and he's also distracted. So there's a lot of stuff out working in your favor here.
That's
Oh,
That's an 11. Okay, so
I might have to re-roll that one.
do you want to reroll?
Yes.
All right.
Is that both? Or
That would
just
be
one?
it's a full advantage. Are you using the
Okay.
reroll from the stream?
Yeah, I'm using the stream reroll.
Yep, that's fine. So it would be basically reroll the advantages.
oh no! That's a
14.
little better.
14.
That is indeed better. Why?
I'm hoping that he's distracted enough.
He is indeed distracted enough. Why is that? There's the reroll. There we go.
I just
He is
need to
indeed distracted enough.
poke
As
him.
you
That's it.
walk up to him, place a hand on his shoulder and whisper, You have become a sacrifice to Virokash. And what does he need to roll?
No, Varosak.
Varosak, sorry.
Yeah,
What does he need to roll?
the other one. A charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay.
Ooh, for monk
That's not great because
Okay.
monks have wisdom
I
as
was-
a thing, not charisma.
Yeah, I was thinking paladin. I was like, ooh, he's not a paladin.
That's
No,
why
he's
I'm not
not.
using it on the paladins. Although
Alright.
it could still work on a certain paladin lieutenant.
Not with an 8. As you whisper those words, hand on his shoulder, he begins to turn and just disappears.
Oh, damn.
And I will use
Victim number 2.
an additional spell. I will just cast it myself.
Okay.
And I will cast invisibility on myself, and I will run to the group. And just before I cast invisibility, I will just silently do a quick prayer and say an offering to you, Varus. If you wanted religious people, I'll be religious. To a certain god.
Oh! I just quickly double check which one that was. Ha!
Hey, he's getting it.
Oh, fun! Oh, very fun!
We're
I
in
like
trouble.
that.
We're in trouble.
Nah,
I love
it's
that.
All in deep danger.
fine. No one knows to which god I sacrificed him. Because the handler was gone.
You and I are going to have to chat about how Tafari knows about these gods. We're going to have to chat
Alright.
about that. We are definitely
Alright.
going to have a chat about that, but I like that. It's very easy resolved, but I love that.
Yeah,
That's fun. I
It plays
enjoy
into
that.
the story.
Yeah,
trust me.
absolutely it does. Okay. Well, I got very excited. Okay, very excited about that. Just quickly roll me a sleight of hand, please, Tafari.
Yes.
Because
Sleight
you are
of
in a
hand.
very guarded and watched area.
20.
I don't even need to look up what their passive perception is, because 20 is definitely higher than the sergeants here. So you quickly whisper the spell under your breath and become invisible, and just dart to catch up with your companions. You will arrive as your companions are emerging from the other side of this crowded marketplace, where in front of you all is this wide opening. However, this opening is lined with paladins all the way along, and all of them are either carrying a shield and a sword or are armed with a halberd, except for one who stands right in the center, who is holding this very long but very ornate looking halberd. Somehow very similar to a certain sergeant that got blown up in the middle of the sky not half a day ago.
Oh.
Something you also see is lining the wall on the outside here. You can see rows of carts, and by carts I mean the kinds of open air carts that one would walk with, and they line the walls here. And you can also see that these are also being guarded as well. And they all seem to be they all are positioned so they point in towards the gate. As you all begin to approach, Abhay starts to slow down and turns, and is going to see. I'll just say, see you, Janai. Just turns around and sees you, says to you, "You're in charge now. You're going to have to get them to let us through. You are Tabaxi. I unfortunately have to bow to you."
How am I going to do that without speaking the language?
Unforeseen consequences.
It's a genetic trait, isn't it?
Walk up with me. Walk up with me. I will be your mouth. That is also something that happens.
I know. I know
She
what he's
looks
doing.
disquieted, but will do as suggested.
All right. Turning back, Abhay walks with you. Walks towards and then sort of looks back, hoping that you're following. Towards the what can only be described as the sergeant standing right in the center of the door, center of the gateway.
I'm right on his ass.
Right in his ass. Amazing. Everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow.
Great. Cool. You hear, Tefari, since you're there, you hear Abhay approach the sergeant. He gives a salute, and this salute is unusual because it is a closed fist, and normally a closed fist over the heart would be fine, but this is much more unusual as it's a closed fist with the fist turned and then striking down towards the heart, as though the fist was clenched with a dagger and that dagger was being plunged into one's own breast. He gives a salute, and the sergeant returns it in a less dramatic manner that Abhay does, and then begins to talk. Tefari, you hear them talk very briefly, and Abhay says, "We are on the way. We are returning back to Bunobra, and we need access to the port of the Maharastra." The sergeant looks up and down at Abhay, then looks towards you, Janai, and speaks to you in Bunobralian. Tefari, you hear Bunobralian, and says, "Well, from where do you come?"
I thwack Abhay over the back of the head so that he may answer.
Hands up towards you. I am. Unfortunately, they took an injury in our quest, so unfortunately they're not able to speak. I am speaking for them right now. Sergeant looks a bit confused at that and a bit suspicious, but just lets him carry on. It's not unheard of, so he just lets him carry on. We are returning. I am Abhay. We are. If you don't recognize our robes, we are the Shadow Guild. And waits for any sort of recognition to appear over the sergeant's face. There is that short and quick sense of, oh, I know who you are now. Sergeant just nods and then says, report directly to the Crusade General. You know what to do. You would expect. Abhay just nods. Looks at you, Ajani, and then nods back, and then the sergeant gives a hand signal, and him and a few of the other paladins parts allow you in through into this what can only be described as a very, very fortified and secure and busy military camp. That's why we're going to take a bit of a break, because I need more tea. This has been
Hell
fun.
yeah.
I've been looking forward to this for a while. So yeah, let's see what happens as our heroes wander through the military camp that is the center, or apparently, supposedly the center of this city of Maharastra. Let's hope nothing weird or strange or untoward or problematic happens. See you guys very shortly, shall we? Hello. Whoops, I forgot to do a thing. Ah!
I got spliced!
Bing, there we go. We're back to normal. Oops, I forgot to do a thing. Ooh. Hi! You know, this wouldn't be a stream without me screwing something up. You know, it's just normal. Just normal that I just fuck up in some way now these days. Anyways, welcome back to this D&D stream where our heroes have entered into what is essentially a extremely fortified military camp within the center of Maharastra. So, Scarlet Guard, you are being led-ish by Abhay into this through this very, very large gateway. And this gateway is built for defense. It's built for keeping people out. And it's built in such a way as well that if you happen to break through the gate, you'll be facing fire from above and from the sides. You can see that this space, the gateway itself, is long and it is narrow, and it is definitely designed for defense. You will be shot at, you'll have things pelted upon you, should you even gain access to this gate space. And on the other side, defense is the key, there is another gate. However, both of these gates are open, and allowing you, at least, to walk through unhurt, unspoiled, and undamaged. As you walk out into the open air in front of you, first sight that greets you is a very large open space. And this space is busy with people. Busy with soldiers. Paladins and monks, and clerics and priests all occupy this area. And every single one of them is tabaxi. You do not see any elves or humans or dwarves here. The next thing that you see is behind the walls. You see a row of buildings to your left. Literally a row of buildings that extend away to your left. About 2 stories. They don't go higher than the wall, that's for sure. About 2 stories in height. And then to your right, you see another row. Almost barracks-like in its construction. Abhay continues forwards, walking with purpose. And as you're walking forward, you begin to see other buildings start to appear out of this almost very regimented construction. You see this very, very grand. It looks like a villa, actually. There's an open sort of open sort of front in a almost Romanesque. There we go. That's the word I wanted. A Romanesque like villa with 2 wings extending outwards towards you, with a nice frontage that would with a balcony that would present a grand view. This is where Abhay makes his journey towards. Do you follow him?
Yes.
Until he says to stop, I follow him.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
He leads you to this central building, and walks towards this very, very ornate doorway. Which this is an ornate doorway. This is a doorway this is a building that supposedly has been constructed by Tabaxi and supposedly run by people of the Empire of Bonobral. However, Tefari, you recognize immediately that the carvings and symbolism and depictions on the doorway are representative of a time many, many years ago. A time when the Empire wasn't the Empire, but was the hegemony. A time when the people were not ruled by a priestly, overbearing caste, but were a people of democracy, and a people of experience, and a people of learning, and a people of just being equal with each other. And then you also look around and you realize many of these structures, many of these buildings that you're now walking past, these Romanesque and very beautifully designed and very beautifully made buildings, these are the buildings that were once part of the noble quarter of Maharastra.
Mm-hmm.
This is an area that you occupied. This is an area that you came to have fun, to come and celebrate with your friends 50, 70 years ago, to have drinks, to carouse, maybe a what's the word? A night rendezvous with a certain lady of the night, perhaps in a dark corner street, or no, not a dark corner street, an upstairs room of a tavern somewhere. You know this place. At least, you used to know this place. Now it is a place of priests and paladins and monks and military operations. Abhay stops before the steps up to these doors and turns around to you all. Well, I have to report to the Crusader General. You do not need to. You are welcome to come with me, but it would be unusual as you are all. Well, he quickly looks around to make sure he's not being overheard. You are all Shadow Guild, so you do not need to do this. I do because I am. And he gestures to himself, indicating he is the. He gestures to himself and then gestures out, indicating he is literally the only human within this area. I do need to make my presence made to the Crusader General, but you do not need to. You're welcome to come in, although that would be unusual.
What would be usual?
You can do whatever you want. You can head straight to the Pantheon Temple. That's where the sorry, GM brains just suddenly stopped working. Teleportation. There we go. That's where the teleportation circle is. In actual fact, that's kind of what would be expected. You do not need to wait for me. I would very much appreciate it if you did wait for me, because I kind of need to let you know where my family is on the other side. But you do not need to. In actual fact, it would be kind of expected that you do your own thing. You are the Shadow Guild, and therefore, you are your own devices.
Do you know how many people are defending the area around the portal? Teleportation circle, sorry.
The teleportation circle itself, there is usually one. There's usually one guard. Usually one guard there, a paladin, of course, because they don't trust other people to do that. Usually only one guard because this is Maharastra. One guard is sufficient for that teleportation circle. However, getting down there, you obviously have to go past the priests, the monks, the clerics, and any other paladins within the Pantheon Temple. The place is extremely well guarded. We are, of course, in the middle of the military camp.
Temple
How
is a
long will you
temple,
take?
right?
Sorry, who said first?
Just a quick question. How long will you take?
I don't know. Hopefully not long. Depends upon how much the Crusade General wants to make himself feel superior or not.
About a couple of minutes, 10, 20?
That would
More?
be 5, but that could be 10.
All right.
We will pray in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that. See you hopefully in about 5, maybe 10.
We'll wait here in case something goes wrong, for sure.
Oh. Wait,
Is
that's
it just
temple.
in the next room?
No, it's not just in the next room. I have to go up to his office, and he sort of indicates that he has to go upstairs in order to get to the office.
Oh, okay.
We should go to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll see you there.
Might be good if we can see how much we can secure in the temple.
Right. See you in a bit. Well, maybe 15 now because I've got to get to the temple. Yeah. And he turns around, walks up to the door. He reaches up to knock on the door before he stops for a moment. Looking from behind, it almost looked like he's trying to steel himself to take another beating, another verbal beating about how insignificant or whatever else he's going to be told in the next.
I see him pause, and I kind of, before he knocks, I kind of grab his arm, and I say, not like forcefully, I just kind of grab it before he goes to knock, and I'm like, if you need someone to come with, I can, and then I can go invisible, as I whisper that to him.
Oh, I'll be fine. You're welcome to come, though. But we'll be fine. It's not as if I haven't had to do this before.
And then I'll let his arm go, and I was like, all right, see you at the temple.
He knocks a
Basically giving him my trust, so...
He knocks a rhythm on the door. And then very quickly the door opens. Answering it, you see a officious-looking black-furred tabaxi with piercing green eyes. And by officious, I mean a collar that is done up to the neck and buttoned all the way up there. There's almost like this thread-like tie thing. I'm going to call it. It's not even a proper tie. It's just bits of cord around the neck being held together by this beautiful silver medallion, and the cord still extends underneath, and the shirt that is being pressed to the extreme and pure white, with trousers that are done with this guy screams, I am important, and I am the somebody you talk to before anybody else. And he opens the door, looks down at Abhay. You can, as you're all working away, if you're looking back, you see the sneer that very clearly comes over his face. He nods to him, steps back to allow Abhay to walk in. And if you were to continue watching as you walk away, you see this steward, I want for a better word, just puts out his foot to cause Abhay to trip as Abhay walks to the door. Very quickly the door is closed and you guys are heading towards the temple. As you're walking through, you are now left to your own devices. It is just the 5 of you. You're walking towards where you think the temple would be. In actual fact, the temple is very easy to spot. It is the only domed structure within this complex, and this dome extends above the height of the wall. The only reason why you didn't see it before is because the height of the wall and your own view obscured the very top of it. But you notice
before we go
yeah?
to the temple. Sorry.
Go for it.
But is there? Do we see any building that are super obviously barracks?
Yes, you passed them.
Ah, okay.
You passed them as
While
you were walking through.
Past the barracks, I would like to look around. We'll tell everyone that, or at least I'll whisper to the rest of the Scarlet Guard that I can keep the barracks locked. Just check if you see anyone is watching us.
Okay, so
yeah,
the barracks buildings that you saw, they are back towards the gates that you came through. Those very long 2-story buildings that extended to the left and right. Those are the barrack buildings. You're welcome to go back there and lock them if you wish.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, all right. It's not too far away. It's like a couple of minutes walk to get back to them. And you see that these buildings, there are 6 in total. 3 on one side of this central street and 3 on the other side. They do not appear to be occupied at the present moment. It appears that anybody that is here is either going to be in the barracks or is already out busy doing whatever tasks they have been given for the day.
Okay.
So is it just Tefari or are there other people going?
I mean, I'll go with Tefari just to make sure he's good. So it doesn't look like it's just him alone.
Yeah, I think Atlas will still be in the mood to ask for forgiveness. I guess he'll go and pray. He'll go and pray.
Okay, you'll continue to the Pantheon Temple.
Yep.
Okay, Janai?
I don't know if it's smart to move away from Tefari, the only person who can speak the language convincingly, but that is a fleeting thought as I see Atlas disappear into the crowd as I go, ah, shit. I just follow Atlas because 2x2, bitch.
2x2, bitch. Here we go. Okay, cool. Okay, random bunch of D20, D10 there.
Yep.
D100s.
Wait,
Where are we going to start off with? Let's start off with Tefari and Sykes, shall we? So, the two of you head to, I think Ferric, to be honest, Ferric is here as well. I think Ferric will follow you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ferric will be with Tefari and Sykes as well. Oh, we seem to have lost Anil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or he's just deep in thought about
very deep in the
Very
thoughts.
deep in thought.
Yes. So, Tefari, Sykes, and Ferric will join you because he likes shenanigans. You head back to where the barrack buildings are.
Yeah. And I will ask Sykes, who is presently not here, sadly, to watch out and check if there is anyone watching us. Because, yeah, he's much more perceptive than I am.
We'll sort out windows in a moment. Nope, that would be a bad idea. Are you there, Sykes? Nope. We actually completely lost him. Oh, no. Oh, wow, he's gone from his phone as well. Jeez. All right.
Oh, no.
Well, Ferric is there as well, so we're going to have to cope with... I'm not going to sort out stuffs right now. So it'll be annoying. Ferric is there as well, so he will also help with that. Perception... Advantage... Double 14. All right, 21. And let's just keep this as one roll for the whole thing. What is it you're doing?
Well, I would like to, if we're not being watched, I would like to stealthily use the Staff of the Magi and cast Arcane Lock on the doors of the barracks.
Okay.
Because that will make sure that they're closed.
Give me 2 seconds while I just get Neil in. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll sort you out in a moment. Just give me 2 seconds while I just quickly sort out cameras.
Oh,
yeah, we're all good. We're going very fun here. And
I can join on my phone again if you want.
There we go.
Hey, there he is.
there we are.
Yay!
So Sykes, I'll do the rolls for you as needed until you're back in the fantasy grounds.
Thank you.
Arcane Lock. Oh yeah, I wanted to quickly look at that.
I thought he was doing Arcane Lock. That's funny. I was like, then I crashed. I was like, oh no, I don't get to see it.
It's okay. The glee was obvious on your face.
The glee was very obvious, yeah.
Damn it.
Yes. You're using the staff to cast this, right?
Correct. Stealth.
Okay. Yeah, no, of course. I have to ask. Does the staff allow you to cast it without using components?
That is an excellent question. I have no idea. I am Googling it at the moment. Apparently, you can cast without using materials.
Oh, what did I roll perception for?
20, that was to check to make sure that everything's all right.
Oh, okay. Good.
Can also
I
use
just I was like, well,
that's an action to cast one of the following spells from the staff without using any charges.
Yeah, Yeah, according to the Dungeon Master Guide, that states that spells cast from magic items do not require components unless it specifically says so. And the text for the Staff of the Magi does not include any component requirements when casting the spells it provides.
So it's charges, not components.
Yeah.
Which is different.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that it requires components.
Stop the Magi. Here we go, stop the Magi. Roll 20 is better than Fancy Grants for this idea. Spells. You can use an action to expend some charges to cast some spell charges. What stuff? Sorry. All right. I'm gonna look into this more because I have a feeling you might need to still have the spell components for this spell anyway. But we'll go with this fine. Because this is fun as well, and I like what you're doing with this.
What is the spell component?
The spell component is 25 gold pieces worth of gold dust.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the reason
why.
why.
I forgot. You said. I forgot. You said if it's worth money, you actually have to buy it. Yeah. But if it doesn't say it's worth something, then you can assume we.
But it's all it's also a magical item. So
Mike Merles ruled that it does that it does not need anything.
Cool. I'll look into it. I'll look into it because you know. I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing with it anyway because it's fun. All right. So touching the staff very gently to the lock on the front door, the only front door of the barracks, because you know barracks only have one door apparently in this world. Nobody thought to put a back door on these places because who thinks about back doors? Fire escapes? No, that's not a thing.
Well, I also wouldn't really expect a weird wizard to show up and cast arcane lock on the door. So
exactly. I mean, they don't expect wizards to be here. This is a non-wizard country. It's only priests and clerics here, and paladins and monks. So placing the staff the tip of the staff very gently against the lock of the door, you cast a spell of arcane lock on this first. Barracks. Please roll me a stealth check to do it stealthily. The stealth check will also be for the remaining for remaining 5. I'm not going to make you roll 5 more times.
20.
Oh my god.
That'll do.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. And you are also a tabaxi, and you are also you're in a road that nobody really knows much about except for a certain select few. This is going to take a bit of time because there are 6 of these barracks to do, but with Sykes and Ferric there keeping an eye out, you're able to time it so that every single door gets locked, and you realize the fruits of your labor very quickly as you, Tefari, hear a shout from a tabaxi. Who locked the door? I need to get my food. Who locked the bloody door? This does, however, take... It doesn't take long to do that, but then it's doing it sneakily. Let's call this 10 minutes. Take about 10 minutes to get all these 6 barracks.
Oh man. It's so tempting now to... How big are the barracks? Can I have a good guess? Like how many?
Ooh.
Would a 30-feet radius cover the entire barracks?
Ooh, like that.
Because it's super tempting to now do pass wall and cast sickening radiance inside the barracks and have them all die from exhaustion. That's super tempting.
Oh shit. Hang on a minute. I need to just open up a map because I can't see 30 feet in my head in terms of a map right now. So
damn, I want to do that.
Yeah, I know. Just give me a quick moment while I just quickly lay out what 30 feet looks like. Okay, no, these barracks are longer than 30 feet.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they're a little bit longer than that. They're
Then I'll
about
keep them-
they're about 50 to 100 feet in length.
Damn. All right, then I won't do it.
Sorry, bud.
Aw, it would have been so funny.
This is also assuming that there would be people inside these barracks.
Well, I know there's people inside one barracks.
You heard somebody yell out.
I'm assuming he's evil. So. Always err on the side of caution.
Always on the side of caution, of course. All right, so you spend a good 10 minutes locking up these barracks, and then hearing somebody yelling, "Who locked the bloody barrack?" Of course, Sykes, you don't hear that. You just hear somebody yelling out in Bottle-Brallian. Atlas and Janai.
Yeah.
Mhm.
While rejoining Atlas and Janai, I will tell Sykes that there is someone inside that barracks.
Oh, okay.
So let's get the hell.
Hell, they're gonna have a bad time.
Oh
Alright,
yeah.
let's go.
Very soon, both of you do start to hear a commotion from behind you.
That's good though.
Atlas and Janai.
Yes.
You both head towards the temples, the Pantheon Temple. The Pantheon Temple is very, very easy to find. It is the only building with a dome in this area, and is also one of the grandest buildings here. But as you approach those beautiful, almost Romanesque, very grand structures around are very quickly replaced with what look to be like one-story square buildings. But the top, they all have a sloped roof with almost like this tiny tower coming out of the middle of them. And you're noticing that all the time there are in and around these buildings, there's all the time a cleric or a priest wandering between these structures. And then you start to see a slightly bigger, slightly grander building with a small dome. You see another building which, well, to be honest, it looks like a bloody great big smithy, except it weren't for the fact that the walls were made of marble. And then there's another place which seems to be, actually, Janai, you know exactly which god that building is dedicated to, because of the very large flowing sheets that extend between tall pillars in a circle, or in what is very clearly a circle. And you know for a fact that there is no roof over the top of that. And if you enter that, you're going to get blown around. So you know exactly who that is to. And there are many smaller temples, either dedicated to one or two or a few gods. There is what appears to be, well, the only way I can describe it is it looks like a treasury. And you are very sure that that's probably dedicated to the god of Vyapar, owing to the scales that hang, the scales that are depicted on the triangular roof. And these scales are the version that you hold, not on a plinth. They are the version that you would hold, that a merchant would hold when working out how much something would weigh and how much they would have to pay or ask for in terms of gold. So they know for sure that that is dedicated to Vyapar. But the main building that really catches your attention, and you are assuming is where the teleportation circle is this large, pure white, extremely large dome structure, which has this, again, almost like this tiny tower-like structure on top of it, where your sight is just led upwards continually as you're approaching it. As you are approaching, you notice that on top of these tall pillars, you can see a representation of the gods of the Union of Altior, which the Empire Bonobral considers to be their actual patron gods. One of those not directly center, but certainly very close to center, is this representation of a merchant holding out this I completely forgotten the name of what those scales are called, but holding out these scales, weighing money and looking very concerned that things should pass well. You see another representation of the I've forgotten his name now, but you can see what looks to be a warrior, a warrior held out in grand status of defense and defiance. You can see that there is another one which sort of this very flowing representation of a woman surrounded by sheets which almost seem to cover the entire face. But central is a form, and it is extremely androgynous. You cannot tell whether it is male or female, and it seems to flow into. It almost seems like that even though it's made out of stone, it is moving in constant shape, in constant motion, and seems to flow from male to female and somewhere in between all the time. And it also seems to be stretched out with both arms to both sides, as though reaching or beckoning the other gods around it towards it. You can roll me a religion check if you wish to try and figure out what god that is.
I do wish.
Well, Atlas wouldn't really have a mind to it. As he would be approaching the temple, he'd be increasing the pace of his step, and he'd be looking a bit frantically and still feeling very much like he's being judged. He's looking for the part of the temple that's dedicated to the god of life.
Okay, that's bad. This so Janai, this symbol which is central on the somewhat central pillar, that is Altior. They are the first god. They are considered the father of, well, in terms of the religion, they are considered the father of creation and everything and all. All gods, all life, all magic comes from him and returns to him. If those who believe they have a soul, for which the priestly people do like to talk about, all souls return to him. He is the primogenitor. He is the one, the first, and the last, which everything extends. At least that is what the priests and the clerics teach. That is the Brow's representation of Altior. You both enter into... Sorry, you wanted to say something, Shania?
Nope. Keep
Okay.
going.
You both enter into a open space. It is a round, open area, and there is a sudden sense of peace. Atlas, you do not feel like you're being judged anymore. That divine will, that the oppressiveness that is saying that you are not faithful, you are faithless, is gone. It's a sudden space, sudden feeling of peace and tranquility, and you begin to hear in one corner what sounds like music. Sounds like just a choir singing in one corner. And you look over, and you can see in that corner, surprisingly not central, despite his depiction of being central in the central pillar, that in that corner, Chennai, you see a very similar depiction of Altior, but he is not central. He's off to the right. The person you see directly in the middle is that warrior. Atlas, you're looking for the God of Life.
Yes.
God of Life you find after a little bit of searching. They're not close to Altior. They're not somewhere central. In actual fact, they are almost backwards on yourself. As you enter into this space, you look around and you find yourself almost have to almost turning right the way around to find. It's not Hayam. Give me a quick moment while I quickly look up her name. Kayim. To fire, you look around and you find Kayim, and you see this very beautiful elf-like woman in a very soft brow robe, reaching down and almost beckoning this very delicate flower to grow from the marble plinth at her feet. Obviously, this is all in marble, and there is no actual growth of flower. Yet, as you're looking at her, you can't help but feel that maybe there is just a little bit of moss or some greenery growing around her feet. I'm not sure. But she is there. She has representation here. She is one of the Pantheon, an important person of the Pantheon. But she does not have
Atlas. When Atlas enters, he'll wash his hands, not as frantically as he was feeling before, but still a bit antsy. He'll wash his hands and he'll approach the statue, and he'll still get on his knees. And in Elvish, he'll whisper, not out loudly cry, was about to do, and give her whole disguise away, but whisper. I've sinned. Forgive me for bringing these hands, which are stained with blood, in this place of sanctum. I need some forgiveness, and I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm killing. I'm on my way in war. I never imagined this for me or for anyone. But I've started now, and I cannot stop. I need to see this through to the end. I won't bring joy as I wanted to when I set out with the circus. I won't create life anymore as I used to back on the farm before that. These hands are weapons now. And forgive me, but I'll do what I need to. And he'll get up and leaves again for some corner somewhere.
Roll me a D100, please.
And
the percentages are slightly more forgiving because you're in a place of worship right now.
How do I roll a...
The D100 should be on the far right of your dice pool.
Right. Yes. There we go.
Wow.
98.
So, this is your first... So for those that have been watching my games for a while, know that the gods in my world are not exactly active. They don't respond directly and immediately. Because, they're gods. They've got their own bloody shit to be doing. But a prayer has a chance always to be answered. Normally I get my players whenever they give a prayer. I get them to roll a d100. And if they roll above a 95 or below a 5, there is an answer. As I said, the percentages were slightly more forgiving, but only slightly. And that being 90 or a 10. You rolled a 98. So as you begin to stand, you have been traveling through sand, dust, stone, dirt, hot, heat, humidity, that smell of spiced, unwashed body, sweat, just being hot all the bloody time and recognizing that, oh my god, I need a bath. When that fades and the scent of grass, freshly cut, smell of honeysuckle on the breeze, smell of pine wafting in the air. You look around and you're no longer in that hard stone building, white marble. You're in a meadow, surrounded by trees, fields and grass and flowers. You turn back. That marble statue is no longer a marble statue. There is a woman there, seemingly made of bark. Flowers for hair and vines. Clothing made out of woven moss. And just leaning down, hand out towards this beautiful, extremely large daisy that's beginning to just grow at her feet. As she looks towards you, death is a part of life. I do not like it, and I wish everything would stay alive. That is why I have my brother. Life comes from death as well. And she gestures over to where you see, well, not a sight you would expect to see in an area like this. You see a dead deer. Their throat has been torn out. Blood has pooled on the ground around it. But standing over it, blood's literally dripping from his jaw, is a lion. And she just simply indicates indicates your eyes to gestures to look at this view. Life needs other life to sometimes live. And while I do not like it, it is how it sometimes is. Your hands are red. I do see that. But you use it for a goodness. Use it for good. You also see the conflict in you. You walk with someone who makes you question what you are doing.
Yes.
They have a darkness in them.
Yes.
I see someone else. Someone who listens to you. Life is constant and has many forms. You would never think that life is also a form of society. Societies must die so that they can live again. She gestures again to that vision of the lion feeding on the deer. You see the lion has also now died. Not from any injury, but you see that their muzzle is grey. The beautiful mane of hair around the neck has turned and become wiry, become white. It's no longer that beautiful brown auburn hair. They have simply died, but their body has started to slump in the form of decay. And beginning to grow over it is moss, lichen, fungi. And as this moss and fungi begins to grow over the decaying body of the lion, a small little bunny is hopping through the grass, finds the moss, and begins to eat in the moss.
Remember this when there are choices to be made.
So could you say that again?
I'll remember this when there are choices to be made.
My dear
Thank you.
Atlas, you are a perfect and true soul. Be true to yourself. And use your anger for good. She leans down and places a very small kiss on your forehead. Then brings a feeling of warmth to you. Then kind of spoils very slightly as that warmth turns to heat. Of a hot desert, and the smell of pine and flowers and freshly mown grass fades and becomes the smell of spice and sand and dust and your own body, and realizing, oh my god, I stink.
Yes, but there's time for that later. Atlas will contemplate this at the Temple of Death. Leave there. Not go offer a prayer there, but think about what was said.
Okay,
over there.
so you go and find the statue, or the statue of death. This statue is an unusual statue because it is not the Grim Reaper, which is the idea of death that is most common amongst most societies of my world, and also in reality as well. This one, it is still a hooded individual. But what's happened to my fantasy grounds? Fantasy grounds has done something weird. Oh, okay, my fantasy grounds has gone weird. It is still a hooded individual where you're not able to see the face. but the arm that is extended outwards is a flesh arm. It's a little bit of a thin arm, but the arm that can be seen from underneath the robe is fleshed, and is holding a lantern, which, in this sense, is glowing. There is a light within the glass of this stone lantern. There is a light that is glowing. Roll me an Arcana, please.
Sure.
I'll get to you in a moment, Janai.
And 8.
8. Okay, you have no fucking clue how that light is working. It is just simply glowing, and that's pretty.
Yep.
All right, Shania, you followed Atlas fairly soon into the fairly close behind him. Before Atlas literally walks in the center space, turns around, and then ends up walking past you to go to the the statue of Cain. What do you do?
I watch him for a while. Just a little too long. And then I turn away and I go find Ventulia.
Mm-hmm. You see he stands up and then sort of seems to stop. Turns back to the statue and just seems to be almost like he's contemplating the statue for a while. You can obviously stand there as long as you wish. Ventulia. Where would she be? Where would she be? She is... Yeah, I know where she'd be. She is located fairly close to the form of Altior. She is actually on the other side of Altior, away from the warrior. And as you head towards where she is, you start that singing gets louder as you realize that this annoying little choir that's been squawking away for a while is actually standing in front of Altior's plinth, and they're just squawking away. Like, oh, for God's sake, shut up! I just want to go and talk to Ventulia.
Moments in life I wish I was still drinking. Yes.
But you find her there, and she's depicted fairly similarly to the image outside of a woman cloaked in very, very flowing robes with almost like a veil that is covering her face, almost covering her face, and you see that the movement of her arms seems to be sweeping outwards. I'm going to say towards almost like to your right as you're looking at it. So it's sweeping outwards towards the right, and her clothing is moving and flowing in that direction as though it's being caught by the wind, and it's almost like she is guiding the wind in that direction. And what it also seems to be is a depiction of her guiding the wind away from somewhere else to somewhere else. That is what it seems. That seems to be how her statue is depicted. And right now, there's nobody around here. Ventulia seems to be a little bit neglected. Not fact, you almost see a little bit of layer of dust on one of the strands of clothing heading out away from herself. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to kneel and cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Not for any sort of mechanical benefit, but because that's exactly what I need right now. And for a moment, her mind is full of many things, and there's no words. There's no way to describe exactly what's happening, because there's so many things happening, and somewhere in her brain there's still a counting clock. 5 minutes, maybe 10, then everything is going to go to hell. And she'll just whisper, guidance. The wind is blown strong, and I do not wish to be blown off course. I need guidance.
Please roll a D100. I really want to answer. I really
Well.
want to answer.
The dice will tell. 49.
49.
It's okay. I can guide my own ass. It's alright.
I know. I know. You know, one of those times you're like, I know exactly how this god would respond right now, and I know exactly what she would say, but I've made a rule, like, can't break it because
You gotta stick to your own rules.
I've got to stick to my own rule. Unfortunately, there's a sudden sense of wind that just sweeps in, but it sweeps from the wrong direction. Sweeps in from the doorway. And you feel it pulling fresh air in and heading up through the, well, what you now realize is a chimney in the upper dome. And it passes against the robes of the woman. And that dust stays very solidly on her statue.
I will sit and feel the air, because it does not bother me. I haven't been bothered by the hotness or the smell or anything of this place. But what bothers me is the fact that this statue is so neglected. So, whispering, I'll cast Thaumaturgy. And a gentle wind will lift the dust off this statue.
Do you have inspiration?
I don't think so.
Please take it if you don't.
I think there's still something ticked, so I may still have some left over actually. So
Okay. Damn it.
that's okay. That's okay. A moment can just be beautiful. That's fine.
And I think that is actually a perfect end to the session today. That was
Nice.
gonna definitely end there. I want to keep going.
Yeah.
God damn it! I want to keep going
Come on,
so
bring it,
much
Abhay.
right now.
We'll go another hour. Let's go.
No, can't.
It's always next week.
I know. Oh, that was
There is.
beautiful. Thank you so much, guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
hope-
too. That was fun.
Hope you guys have
Yeah,
fun.
that was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit more railroady, unfortunately, because of the because of the nature of the story of where you are right now. So
Yeah.
apologies for that. I hope you guys still had fun with the experience at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actor's got a vision.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not only did he get a vision, he got to talk to his god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
you got
a
visitation.
very,
Yeah.
very good moment to roll that. Roll that 98. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That was a good
I had
timing,
to
yeah.
correct course a bit because I was like, oh yeah, right, he's under the influence of that spell. I am definitely gonna give away our disguise right now.
Well, you were the thing about that that ability that you guys were experiencing is it has a very limited range, and you went to an area where there were no paladins, and so you basically left that bubble. So that, and also you're in a space of, you're actually in a space of genuine holiness, despite all these fucking priests and clerics do.
Yeah.
They are at least they're at least
The gods
making
live
this-
there.
yeah,
Mhm.
they're at least making this space a space of safety in terms of
Yeah.
religion and belief. So yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But
had
yeah,
fun.
when you were like, oh yeah, that basically takes away your sense of self-preservation. I was like, all right, I'll roll
Alright,
with that.
fuck my self-preservation.
I'll
Yeah.
roll
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, so mechanically, what it would do is that, your AC drops by 2
Mhm.
for the amount.
Yeah, but it just the flavor of it gave some roleplay opportunities. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Happy about that. I'm very happy about that. That was also
Mhm.
what I wanted you guys to experience, but I never got to experience because the rolling very well and then reverse gravity in the middle of open air. Ha! What can you do?
Next time.
Let's go and raid somebody, shall we? God, I'm doing my thing badly. Any memorable moments that stood out, and it can be the same thing. It can be different things. Anything that stood out to you.
The slight look of worry on everyone's face when Safari said that they had to go somewhere.
That's
was actually a lot of fun.
fair.
For me, it was when Atlas rolled that natural 20 for deception, but then a 2 stealth to give him like he's like, oh shit. He's like,
I thought about re-rolling
no!
it, but it was like, no.
Deception,
That's
great.
good.
Deception, great. He's
Mhm.
being intimidating. Wait, he's giving them a coin?
We're all just
What?
like, yes! No!
Mhm.
Just from the sidelines, like that fucker.
Mhm.
That was fun. Actually. That was genuinely
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Janai,
my
any-
favorite was definitely Atlas's prayer. I don't give a shit
Thank
about
you.
talking about it. I've talked to my god. It's good. We good. Atlas,
fun,
I want to hear
actually, yeah.
more about. We haven't heard very much about Atlas at all, so it's really, really interesting to hear his internal
Yeah.
monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, talking
Oh,
that she
more
does,
to
I
come.
do have to ask you, what did you think of that moment? Both for Atlas and more for me as a GM. Does Atlas feel like he's had some answers or not, or has it just been like that was just a whole bunch of confusing and I don't know what to do now?
No. It was. I think that hit the spot of the feeling, basically, because it's he's definitely contemplating. Well, he's struggling with with life and death, basically, and being the arbiter of that. So yeah, basically being like, yeah, it's necessary sometimes, but it's up to you to make the choice when. That's yeah. And it can be used for good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said you can use your fists for good. In actual fact, she didn't say you can. She said use it for good.
Yeah.
She was pretty adamant about that bit.
Go forth and punch people.
Mhm.
You've been given permission to go forth and punch
He's
people.
gotten permission, yes.
We're gonna go raid somebody, which is what we do at the end of these streams. What am I doing? Am I doing anything else this week? Oh yeah, Sunday. I'm doing something on Sunday. It is Pillars of an Empire. Once a month Pathfinder 2nd edition game run by Joe. So yeah, check us out then. The new schedule will be going up on Monday as to what's going to happen where and when. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that's it. That's me. Hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Love yourselves, love each other, give yourselves big hugs, give lots of big hugs. And I forgot to press the raid button. Whoops.
We should
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I should probably press the start raid button. That would be a good
Yeah.
idea. And now I have to wait for
Yeah.
the raid counter to go down. There we
That's
go.
Aw.
Just stall a bit more.
Just stall a bit more. I've stalled enough now, so let's go. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.